Let me drink my little white grapefruit juice while y'all just roll y'all butts up in here. Say hello on entry. I know y'all mama raised y'all better than that, child. Okay. So, hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Thank you for coming today. Okay, before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, right? Like this video. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all hear that traffic in the background? Tell me if you hear the traffic hard. I will close the windows, but it's really, really hot. You tell me if you hear it bad, okay? Anyway, please don't forget to like this channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. Thank you all for coming. I had to push this back. I had to run errands. By the time I realized it was like 11:20, I was like, what the fuck? I had to go run and do something real fast. So, but I'm here though. I'm here because I was coming. Okay? So, today, I want to first talk about Tyrese a little bit and just these middle-aged men not comprehending the reality of the world. Okay, let's first start with the middle-aged men not comprehending that, you know, a 25-year-old is not like, what are you doing? Okay. And then I would like to talk a little bit about this whole Nicki Minaj assistant situation and just a little bit of what is going on, I guess, in the back ends of YouTubes and the gossips and are YouTubers responsible for this freaking account? Is it fake? Is it real? Child, let's discuss it. But before we do any of that, I'm gonna drink some more of my hold on, let me throw my stuff on, you know, because I'm sitting here, don't mean I can't be professional and whatnot. It's hot as hell in New York, FYI. Like I said, I'm sitting in front of the windows. I cannot turn that light on, y'all. It's hot in this hole. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm coming off, if you know, if I'm a little dark or whatever. Hold on, this is my kid. Hold on. These kids ain't got no coof. You say I'm streaming. They don't care. They won't. Can I get shit? What? Anywho. All right, guys. So let me drop. You know what I didn't do? That's what I should have did while I was on the phone. Dummy. Okay, guys, so look, I'm going to first read to you what Tyrese... I'm going to read to you what Tyrese wrote, because, you know, he loves to write shit, okay? It's on, I'm getting it from on site, all right? This shit is tiny. Let me, you know. When you feel like you found a connection to your soulmate, your soul will never be... Oh, God damn. We ready, right? Because this is a fucking soliloquy again. Okay. When we feel like we found it and connected with your soulmate, your soul will never be the same if you ever lose them. I've had to deal with a lot of losses. Miracles ain't scheduled, nor can an unexpected death be scheduled. Just hope that God releases you of strife and bitterness and resentful energy if it's festering in you. It's festering, nigga. It's festering. Okay. Of course, you will have to forge ahead, but it will be very clear that life is an empty life that will never be It'll be very clear that life is an empty life that will never be fulfilled from earthly materialistic things or things with no true substance. Okay, well, maybe he's starting to understand a little bit of something. He's trying to hold all this money as like a pawn over women. That's not gonna work. Only the real one and mature one fan real what? Only the real one and mature one fan real are to laying in bed with someone and still feeling alone. I don't know what the fuck that means, but he says something about real ones and mature ones. So I guess now he getting to age appropriate women. These niggas is retarded. But okay. I know what we had, but I also know it's in maturity. What? In maturity, when it's over, and I really feel in my heart of hearts that it's over. Although the majority of my album entitled Beautiful Pain is about my ex-wife and this divorce that has turned into a grueling 2 years, the smiles and energy and vibrations you brought into my life will never, ever be overlooked. I have learned a very big lesson here, and that's 43-year-olds shouldn't try and connect to or relate to 25-year-olds. It took you 43 years to figure that the fuck out? Shit. It's like oil. Hold on. Okay. Where we at? Okay, wait, I'm trying to find where we was. Okay, it's like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. I guess I'm really out here grown. The fact that these big 40, 50-year-old niggas don't comprehend that they're adults and not. It says so much about their mental immaturity to even. I had a friend. Okay, let me finish Tyrese shit. Okay. All right, because I can't. Okay. All right. It doesn't mix. I guess I'm really out here grown, and trying to keep up with these youngins is not my life or my world. Although it was one of your biggest fears and insecurities, I still don't want. Although it was one of your biggest fears and insecurities, I still don't want her back. I don't want to see her. I haven't seen her, and I don't want anything to do with her other than being the amazing co-parent of our daughter. Fly Zelly. He talking about the ex-wife. Okay. Fly Zelly. Fly away. And I will. Hold on. What he say? He said, and I will marry again. I will. TG. Tyrese Gibson. Okay, then he starts talking about his album. Okay? About the release dates and shit. Listen. Listen. Okay. I don't know. Are we supposed to be applauding Tyrese or any other man that finally gets it at 50, 60, whatever big grown age they have, that they really like? What do you have in common with a 20-year-old besides your wallet? Like, what the fuck can you have in common with a 20-some, any of these men with a 20-something-year-old besides control through your wallet? He did mention something about, the material things, and maybe he has learned some lessons. I would hope, because goddamn, with all of these soliloquies, I hope his ass is in therapy and actually, dealing with his issues. Because we don't want to have to deal with this. I don't want to have to hear Tyrese and his emotional tirades again. He's right. Zelly, fly, sis. You are 25 years old. That man is old enough to be your father. He's old enough to be. She's not 25 and he's 35 or 32. No, he is 43 years old. He's a big grown man. Okay? And just like I'm a big grown woman, you want what you want at this age. He wants to get married. He needs to find him another adult woman, okay? Who wants to get married. Okay? You cannot try to force these grown ass things on children who haven't experienced life. Could we get an amen? Hallelujah. The 20-something-year-old girl shouldn't have to deal with your ex-wives and your this and your that, because she should be dating someone who she would probably be their first wife, or like, they do not have to. You cannot force mature, and that's another thing. When, like, even his issues with that girl Zelly is his problems, because she is only being who she is supposed to be at her age. She's only being a 25-year-old. And the fact that you big grown men expect this 25-year-old to behave like a 35-year-old woman or a 40-year-old woman and want to lock it down and, understand because she has lived like you have lived, okay? You want to take away the little girl from living. These niggas are stupid as hell. And then to talk about the ex-wife, he's still in love with the ex-wife. So if the girl even be mentioning her, you talking about her in the damn post. You breaking up with one girl. What you talking about the ex one for? What are you talking about the ex one for? I have no freaking clue. Like, I hear him, I guess, attempting. I don't know what the fuck. Actually, I really don't know the fuck he was supposed to be attempting. Like, he wants to let the world know that he's over with her. Which, again, is like he's just continuously trying to embarrass her. Trying to prove like he's a mature, grown man. And it's not coming off like that. But for you to really fix your face and be like, because you didn't know before that a 25-year-old was not going to be equal. I was going to give y'all an example. I told y'all this example before. Right before I had my daughter, me and my homegirl, we were 28. And she was dating this 18-year-old boy. Okay, we were 28. And she was dealing with this 18-year-old boy. And, like, we were just in the kitchen one day, right? We were in her kitchen. He's playing video games on her couch with her son. Because they're close in age. And we were talking about some shit, like some TV shit, some different world ass shit, okay? And just like him, he couldn't even be in the conversation. He kept making the conversation even difficult to have. Like, nigga, we ain't even talking to you. Like, why do I? Because it's like I wouldn't have to explain what we're talking about to someone who is age fucking appropriate. Like, that shit is exhausting. Also, you can have control over this young person because younger people are easier to manipulate. Can we just keep it a buck? Maybe Tyrese is fully starting to comprehend that, okay, he thought he was going to be able to manipulate his wife because he had this money. Thought niggas was putting her out in the street. Wasn't he doing that? Right? Because I got money, right? A nigga who ain't never had shit. Watch a nigga who ain't never had shit. When he got shit, he don't know how to act. Okay? He don't know how to act because the nigga ain't never had shit growing up. Tyrese that type of nigga. So he think the money outweighs him being a emotional douchebag sometimes. The way it looks like. He's a Capricorn. They a little saucy sometimes. Only the men, not y'all women. I love y'all. But tell me where I'm lying. Tell me where this big ass grown ass man didn't comprehend or didn't think that he was gonna be able to control this girl because he got money. She was gonna give up whole life for him and somehow become a 40-year-old woman. Behave like a 40-year-old woman. Dress like a 40-year-old woman. Bitch, I don't go outside all the time because I'm tired. Guess what? Because I'm 40. But when I was fucking 25, I was in these streets. So even in his last breakup, when him talking about she going out, she out and she's 25. She should have her life. Why would you want to take away her youth? Why would you want to take away her youth, her experience? What? For her to resent you forever? For her to hit? What? Y'all don't see these girls resenting the hell out of these niggas that they done get locked in with at 20? And now you're all pissed the fuck off because you ain't have no youth because you wanted to be a grown up before it's too fucking before it was your time. And now them the bitches that's at 40 now trying to be fucking popping and locking in the the street because when they was 25, they didn't do it. Anyway, let me get to some of these comments, and then we'll move on to the Nicki story. Okay? Then we'll move on to Nick. All right. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a great day. Hey, say no to struggle. How you doing? Again, please don't forget to like this channel. Hold on. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. Oh, crap. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Hold on. Wait a minute. No. Hold on. Okay. I'm Jovi Beauty. I don't know why I didn't just do that. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms, so please follow, please subscribe. Sorry, I was over in the corner doing stuff. All right. So we're going to get into these comments, and like you know, please donate to the channel. Donation helps everything, keeps it pushing and the moving. All right. How's everyone doing? Hey, Bonnie. Hey, love. How you doing? Hi, Shantia. How are you? She said, please tell me more about the Nicki situation. We gonna get there, sis. I gotta break it up. He said Tyrese, what in the hell? Exactly. He's always. Sorry, I was looking at TV. Always doing too damn much. But I guess if it takes this for him to have a realization that, like, you want, like, you probably, if you want age appropriate behavior, you should probably get age appropriate people, right? You can't force a 40-year-old to act like a 20-year-old. You can't force a 20-year-old to act like a 40-year-old. It's ridiculous. You want grown man shit with a little girl. That's how it look. You want grown man shit with a little girl. Because when you had the grown woman, she didn't let you manipulate and do all that dumb shit. So you thought you was gonna get you a young girl, but then you realized that that 80-20 rule was a bitch. See what it gets you? There's a ton of beautiful, age-appropriate women. Get your life. That he seals with a kiss. No, 25-year-old and youngers don't want you. No, they don't. Like, these niggas is delusional. These whole delusional. Like, they don't want you. They want you to, they don't want you. Cut it out. She said, what she said? She said, damn, the Italian man is right. Stupid people are more dangerous than idiots. And this was back in the 70s. He's old enough to be her father. She said, is it safe to say he finally done with his midlife crisis? No. No, it's not. But maybe he has gotten the point, that part of like the 20, like, even the men, like, look at even Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, Amazon man left his wife. They got a divorce, both of them, and they're still with age appropriate people. Amazon, Jeff Bezos does not divorce his wife, okay, and marry a 22-year-old. You think Jeff Bezos couldn't marry a 22-year-old? You think Jeff Bezos couldn't have a brothel of 22-year-olds if he wanted them, 19-year-olds or whatever the fuck? Jeff Bezos is with someone who he can have a freaking intellectual, age-appropriate, intellectual conversation with. Okay? Because when you turn the fucking social media off, when it's just you and him in the fucking house and y'all watching TV shows and you want to watch the original Total Recall. That's what I want to watch. And then they want to watch the new Total Recall because they ain't even know that Arnold Schwarzenegger made the original Total Recall. I can't do this with you, nigga. We are not together. We ain't here. We're not here. basically. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you get that. I'm trying to be funny, but this is not a drink, sis. It's too hot. I don't drink early in the day. I don't drink or smoke early in the day, if y'all didn't know that. I don't do that till late, ever. I don't smoke. I think lazy people smoke in the morning. Can I say that? I think lazy people, I'm not going to say that, because some people, like, I have family members who could smoke and, like, they're fine. But I can't do it. If I smoke in the morning time, I ain't going to be up here. I'm like, what? Fuck a brunch. She said, acting like a big baby. Exactly. He needs to stay in his place. He needs to grow up. Big grown. Yeah, it's like these are the conversations that, it's like when you look at, when they say these men do not mature until they're like 42, 43. This nigga 43. How old am I? I'm 41. This nigga 43. Trust me, from my experience. Well, I'm not even gonna say that, because a lot of these motherfuckers are innocent. But I guess Tyrese upbringing also doesn't help. You know, but like, you just figured that shit out? Did you just figure that shit out? Freaking look at one of his home. What's his name? Ludacris. Ludacris' wife is age appropriate. They like, she like, wait, maybe 5 years younger than him or some shit. Who? Like, what? Like, where is the I married a 22-year-old and I'm 45. I've experienced my whole life. She has not. You know, has that worked the way he thinks it's going to work in his head, or on these TV shows, or on these white people relationships that he be watching on TV? Because in those relationships, everybody know what it is. Why he acting like he don't know what it is? At least the white people know what it is. When Nicole Smith married the old man, she loved him and whatnot, but he knew what it was. Everybody knew what it was. Stop acting like you don't know what it was. Stop acting like, oh, I'm 43 and she don't want me because I got this bread. Yes, because you old. That old man dick, it hardly work because you're old. You need Viagra. Okay? She's 25. She's trying to fuck. And you need a nap. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Miss Magic, so I'm purdy or whatever. Thank you. I'm sweaty or whatnot. My hair, I'm telling you, it's nasty out here. When I came back from my errand, I had my hair out, curly, sweated out. That's why I have this. This is just some bullshit for my head. I was like, I didn't want to bonnet right here. I didn't want to come over here with the bonnet. So I was like, let me just do some shit. I was like, it's bad enough I'm late. The least I can do is have my goddamn hair done. Anyway. She said, I'm almost 50, and yes, get tired quick. That's what I'm saying. Let that little girl, like, why are we pretending? And even in those situations, you don't really see them people happily ever after. That's a 5-year relationship. She gonna get her bread, get her money, and move on. These old white men know what it is. Why the fuck Tyrese don't? If you want a real long-lasting relationship, you get who? Age-appropriate people. You get who? People who have a connection, not people that you think you could control because you got money. Your money is what you have, and it's great because you're supposed to be a provider. That is, you're a man. Okay? I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Right? But that is not control. That's where he done fucked up. That's where his mind is not connecting. That's why he lost the first. That's why he lost the wife. That's why Zelly comprehend that that's why he lost the wife. That he should have probably still been, if he wasn't who he was as a person, he would probably been happily ever after with this wife. But he done damaged that relationship beyond fixing. Right? He's talking about he ain't call her, nigga, she ain't taking his calls. Okay. I just had to say it. All right. She said my homegirl just divorced her husband she was married to right after high school after 20 years. Like, she feel like she lost her entire youth. My homegirl went through that shit. I had a large part of my youth, but my homegirl went through that. It's crazy. You don't ever get that shit back. And I think it's uber selfish of people. It's like that was like one thing. I don't know. Let's just keep going through this shit. I'm hot before I get too hot. He said Bezos lady is 50 plus. Exactly. Yeah, she was just she was just being young. And he couldn't deal with it because he's old. And nothing is wrong with that. You know, when he come home, like when you, again, remember? Like, but when I was in my 20s, you know, I'm with my friends. When I come home, yeah, I take a nap. I might take a nap. Me and the nigga might sit up, watch TV, and fall asleep and take a nap. It wouldn't happen at 25. At 25, it's like, oh, ain't no sleeping now. We're about to drink, we're about to go outside, we're about to do some shit. We got all the energy in the world. We 25. Now, motherfucker just tired, and you gotta have enough energy. Do you even have enough energy to cook dinner? This is what the fuck I be thinking sometimes. I be like, it's so hot. I'm so tired to cook. Like, it's like, I don't understand. It's like, sometimes I don't understand. It's real stupid. It's because of, it's like the things that are just the most common sense. Sometimes these men just act retarded. Like, they don't understand what the fuck. Like, I don't know. All right, let me finish go through some of these, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Nicki. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got gold pins in here all over the place. Especially when y'all know I love me my blonde, so I got my gold pins. To teach him a lesson, I hope the 25-year-old. Child, I'm dying. Wait, I'm dying out here. I'm literally, these windows are open. Like, I'm hot. I can't turn the fan on. You know, I'm fucking dying right now. Let's get these likes up. She said, I'm 27. These old men think we're slow, which is never the case. I've had that situation when I was in my early 20s. I had this dude. He was in the army and all of that. And he was like, I was like 22. Mind you, I got married at 24. I was like 22 when I met this dude. And he really tried it. And I was like, you old red-ass bastard. It was almost 40. Really tried to make me into the bitch he wanted me to be. He tried to thought he was gonna mold me into the bitch he wanted me to be. At 22, for his old, decrepit, gray hair in the cock ass. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Thank you, girl. This is a sweaty throw together, but thank you so much. All right, so now, since we spoke about, I see Jamon jumped in here, I think. Since we spoke about Tyrese, now let's talk about Nicki Minaj and the assistant page. Girls, so I told y'all were here. We were doing a video on Neo Monday. We were doing that Neo video Monday. Go back if you don't remember. Right? So let's run this shit. We was doing a Neo run. Then we had a young lady who comes into the chat often. This wasn't her first time. So I've seen her. She comes occasionally. She's not like all the time, but she comes occasionally. She came up, and was like, "Did you see what happened with Nicki?" And I was like, "No," because again, y'all remember last week, and probably like I was going through things, right? So y'all know when I'm going through things, I don't be paying attention to social media, not like that. So I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. So I was like, email me, right? Cool. She emailed. I saw the shit. First, I thought it was some shit that like Hotshot was talking about with the Black Tea blog and that situation, right? So I made that video. Y'all saw that video. Cool. Then I looked. She sent me an email. Because I forgot I told her, send me an email. She sent me an email. And when I opened the email, I was like, oh. And then I saw like all of these things from this alleged assistant, right? So again, I don't know. I just, I'm looking at what I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, people sending this. All right, I look, I wait, I record the video. And while I'm recording the video, if you've seen the video, I notice Mind you, I record now mostly on StreamYard, right? So y'all know it's a stream that I'm recording. So, but when I'm recording it, I know this is video number 2 that she sent me, right? So I'm like, oh shit. So I dropped video number 2. That's why I think the video was like 19 minutes. I got tired of looking at it, reading it, just let the shit play out. Listen, all of it is alleged. I don't know. It was sent to me. Child! I fucking said, I'm not even gonna put this shit out until like tomorrow. I'm gonna give it a day, see who posted. I saw a couple of YouTubers post about it. They were going in. So I was like, oh, this person posted. So if this person posted and this person has over 100,000, fuck it, I'm gonna post it. So that's why I post mine. It's cool. So you know, the Nicki crew is in the chat tearing me up. It's cool. I don't give a fuck. It's all about a click and a view at this point when it comes to this situation. I don't care. Now, word on the curb. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about what they spoke, what was said in the video. It was a lot of shit. Okay. But also, people are now saying, okay, and I want to put this shit out here and be very clear that Joe don't know the fuck. Okay? People are out here saying, okay, nobody put these people names in the chat. Nobody. If you heard the story, if somebody put their names in the chat, delete them and mute them. Block. No, don't block them, but mute them. Okay? Because I'm not throwing people, because this can be, some people might get like arrested. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Anyway, so it's alleged that some YouTubers that are a little bit, that have been known to be a little messy, beef sector-esque, but not beef sector, right? Who some YouTubers who drama, okay? It's been said that fuck with Cardi. That's what I'm gonna say. It is being alleged, not by me, but by these YouTube streets, that it is a YouTuber's boyfriend and another YouTuber working in conjunction with the Cardi B of it all, and the newfound hate that they have for Nicki Minaj, and created this shit because misery loves company. Now, in the videos, thank you. Oh, wait, hold up. Thank you. So, nope. Do not reveal it in the comments section because it's none of our business. But I told you enough that if you have common sense, you could probably put your nosy ass together and put it together. Okay? Anywho, so in the video, now listen, a lot of that video, I can say, in my personal opinion, is just common sense, right? It was parts about, they were talking about her celebrity friends, right? Where B don't mess with her because of Kenny. Rihanna don't mess with her because of Kenny. You know, a lot of people don't mess with her because of Kenny. And I believe that to be 1,000% true, right? I believe that just is just a known thing, right? She chose her man over her. She chose him over her career, and whatever, right? Her legacy, her friendships, her everything. Right? You marry a pervert, your friends don't want to fuck with you because they don't want to be associated to it, allegedly. An alleged pervert. You marry somebody, they don't want to be associated with you. They have children. I don't want to be I've done that. Knowing people that I know, like, nigga, you've been dating 16-year-olds since we were 16. What the fuck? You know, and we can't be friends no more. Especially after you have children, we just can't be friends no more. I don't want to be associated with people like that. Or your husband has been accused of the R word or some shit. I don't necessarily want to associate with you. We're not cool. You know what I'm saying? So I understand and I get that, right? They're also saying that she's broke. I don't know if she's broke. People are saying that she rents her house. I would think that Nicki Minaj would not rent her house, but I would also say it doesn't matter if you make $2 million a year. $200 million a year. I'm not saying she make 2 million because it's fucking Nicki Minaj you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you make $200 million a year if you're spending $300 million a year. So, and also, rich people broke ain't necessarily my broke, or y'all broke. It's a different sort of broke, right? But that's what they were basically saying. She rents her house. She don't own any homes or anything like that, which I don't know if I believe that she doesn't own nothing. She don't own no property, but that's what they were saying. They were saying that she's kind of gives those Sagittarius vibes, mean girl. She really don't fuck with people like that. And again, that's how I see Sagittarius anyway, for the most part, females. So I believe that. It was a lot of things. It was a lot of accusations. They were talking about Kenny and what he may or may not have done to other artists. That part is problematic. And that these other artists aren't saying anything, allegedly, because they don't want the smoke of the Nicki Minaj. I don't know. Now, again, it doesn't take a lot for some messy ass YouTubers or just messy ass anybody to just put. But again, the way I see it is like, I get it. You don't like her, like Nicki. I get it. You don't like her anymore because she did something that you don't like. Let's say, right? She did something that you don't like, whatever. Because I don't want to be too specific. But like, this to me seems to be a lot to. It seems to be a lot of effort. If this is true, if this is not the assistant or some weird ass troll, if this is some actual YouTuber who actually spent their time doing this wild, weird shit, like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can just say about her or her situation. Like, he's a R word, a convicted R word. He's an S offender. Okay, a lot of these Beyonce, you didn't have to create the whole narrative and do all of this shit to just try to drag somebody because they did something that you don't necessarily like. Like, this is the karma of it all. Like, but when shit go left with people, they refuse to comprehend why. They refuse to not, like, I don't understand. It's so. It's so, to me, if it's the real ex-assistant, I comprehend it because she angry or whatever. But if it's like a YouTuber being messy because or whatever the frick, it's real spiteful at nature and says, in my opinion, more about you than it does about Nicki Minaj and her R-word husband. Okay, I said what I had to say. She said poor choices in males, 1000%, even from her brother. I can understand why nobody, yeah. Like, I hear it. I hear it. I get it. You defended him, and that's cool. That's your brother, but I don't have to deal with it. Okay, no. That's cool, but like, I don't have to deal with it. Or, nobody else, Beyonce don't have to deal with it. She don't have to invite you and her husband to Blue Ivy or the kids' birthday party. They don't have to. Because why would they do that? Why would anybody put their children in those sort of situations? These streets are on fire! Now, if you are already a beauty school member, then you have access to our IG. You already know what we're talking about, and you already know what happens in the group chat stays where? In The group chat. Bonnie said I figured it out. Been following these YouTube streets. There you go, Bonnie. Like I said, it just listen. Just one and two make what? Two and two put it together. That's it. Don't tag me in it. All I do is report on the shit. I ain't got time to make up people lie. I have my own life to worry about. That's what it is. It's like that takes a lot of time and effort. It's already a lot of time and effort we gotta put into just reviewing regular old shit. To create the shit? Jesus. I was about to say something. To create the shit, right? Wouldn't that make them just as bad as a lot of those people try to say that TK is? Right? These girls are on fire. These YouTube streets are on fire. I guess they decided to take a page from the book that they alleged that she does, right? I don't know. I don't know. Comical, but not, it was. Girl, I was like, okay. Regardless of whatever, it don't matter to me. People are sitting around, it's all out there. I'm just reporting on it. These people are way too invested. She said I was Sagittarius. I love you though. No. Nicki Minaj seems low-key miserable. I ain't gonna hold you. I had a Saggy friend and she was low-key miserable too. And sometimes just come out with the low-key miserableness of it all. But I love y'all. But you know, a little bit. Y'all be a little crazy sometimes. She said, this is a big accusation with no proof. Why would anyone be scared to talk about Kenny? He gets nothing but bad press. That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't, I don't think, you could have just made a F Nicki Minaj video. You know? And you could have just dropped, because a lot, you know, with certain things is just given. Like the whole things with the celebrities not messing with her. But then when you start talking about, Megan, tell her what she did, and Bia, tell her what Kenny did, and those are the things that you gotta watch out for. Those are the things that, what happened, Bia? Too many parts. Ooh, maybe. It's too much investment in. I can't be that invested. Now, y'all know I would throw a little shade, throw a little KK when it's about somebody that I'm just like, you know? But like to actually put that sort of time investment of my motherfucking time into doing people negative like that, it's just miserable people in this world, boy. And then, like I say, when life fuck up life things occur, these are the same fucking people that don't know why their house burnt down. I'm not saying nobody, that just a random burn down or some, you know, like the balance of the universe, man. Just, it don't, like, it's real wicked though. I don't know. It give me real wicked though. Hey, Brooklyn Zoo. She said she had a world of men to choose from and she chose him. Yup. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they did all of this. These are the same people who have spent so much time talking about how she, but okay. I don't know. I'm just saying, a little bit. Bree, what's your moon sign? No. You probably got a nice moon sign, girl. Let's keep going. Yeah. And it's taking all of this shit personal. None of this shit is, I don't know any of these people. Like, you don't really know. We don't really know. Like, it's real personal. Like, to take that shit to heart. Like, so I have to tell people sometimes, like, people I know, I'm like, yeah, it's not that deep. Fall back. It's not that deep. You want people to throw shade. Let them throw shade. You can throw a little shade. But, like, I feel like some people constantly are in a state of obsessing over shit that don't matter. Because people don't mess with them. Shit that don't matter. Who gives a fuck? Shit that don't matter. And that takes away from you manifesting, okay, what's supposed to be for you. Hey Kay, how you doing, beautiful? Kay, we not saying no names. I don't even know who that is. That's a sub. We're saying that it's people are saying, Kay, go check the group chat and don't say the names in here. Go check the group chat. That's what I'm saying. Go check the group chat. Delete the names. Delete the names. Haven't met a lot of Saggies. Joey didn't mention the name. Yeah, we're not mentioning the names. Like I said, if you are a member, then you are in the group chat. Go check the group chat. And don't say nothing. I don't know what was mentioned. It's all right, sis. Go check the IG group chat. We spoke about who we think it is. So, over there. Okay, but we're not putting it over here because what happens in the IG group chat stays in the IG group chat. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we at. That's where it is. If it's those people, I don't know. You know, it might get a little dicey, a little spicy. I'm here for it. All I do is report on the freaking news, okay? I don't know about creating news for people. It's too much work. I have shit to do. I'm trying to get my kid in a fucking boarding school. Speaking about that, y'all want to talk about boarding school a little bit? Oh my god, I'm so tired. Summer's not even over and I'm fucking exhausted. Okay, so we are getting ready for our exams. Okay, we're getting ready for our exams. She's been in her class all summer. She's having an issue with slopes. But besides that, she's killing it. So I'm very excited. We went to visit Stuyvesant last week. I was chaperone mom because y'all know I don't play them games. We went to Stuyvesant. That's the best specialized high school in New York City. Just so the kids could see what they're studying for, right? They do this shit 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Like, that class is for real. They gave up their summer. So, you know, we want the people wanted them to, you know, have an idea of what they're going after, right? So, you know, that is these schools are our backup. Our main goal is a specific boarding school. I'm not saying which one. But we got a couple on deck that we just gonna apply for because why the fuck not? We got some. We've already started working on the profiles. It's a whole thing. It's a whole damn thing. The only good thing about it is at least you can do it on one system. You don't have to go, you know, like to the different schools to put all of the essays or like for me the parent questionnaire and all of the. I don't have to keep reiterating and being redundant all over again. You know, these things are. It's private school. They got their shit together. So that's where we are. Starting already, child. We have to set up our tour. We have to set up our test dates. She has to take, like I said, a specialized high school test plus the SATs, which from what I read is way easier than a specialized high school test. So that's why we took a class for the specialized high school test instead of the SATs, because if you do that one, then you're basically good. I personally think that my baby's gonna get in 1000%. She's a little nervous, but I think, God creates the positions for you that you are supposed to be in, and I believe that this is where she was meant to go. Yeah, so that's where we are, and y'all know how I am. If you've been here since we was applying for junior high schools, then you already know how I give it up. So it's about to be a very interesting year. We're going to be touring these schools. I'm excited. My mom is not that excited. Y'all already know. She don't want her to go away to school or anything like that. But in my opinion, and I get people like, well, you live in New York City. It's great. Yes. But, like, how do I say this? Let's say she gets into Stuyvesant, right? She gets into Stuyvesant. She still has to come from Stuyvesant through Brooklyn and still be in this bullshit that we call Brooklyn. She still has to be limited to what is available here, when I think a lot of those schools, right, they offer things that you just can't get even at a freaking Stuyvesant. Even when we were doing the tour, the guy, he was the alumni guy. I guess he's head of whatever. That's when we was doing the tour. Me and him were having a conversation, and I was like, I was telling him this is our backup. He was like, backup? He thought Brooklyn Tech, because we in Brooklyn. Brooklyn Tech is the specialized school in Brooklyn. He thought that was my first school. I was like, no, we're going to, and I said the school name, and he was like, oh. He was like, I ain't mad at you for that at all. He was like, yes, send her to there, please. He was like, you know how much money they have? So then we started talking about what the endowments the school have. Like, it's his job, because again, these New York City schools get school funding. And these specialized schools get the same school funding everybody else get. The only difference is with the specialized schools, they have the alumni who will throw money at the school, right? And they have a great endowment. But the school I'm looking at have endowment talking about $1 billion. Y'all might have $100,000, but these other schools that we're looking at got $1 billion to teach these kids whatever the fuck they want to learn and prepare them to go to whatever school, career, whatever college, career, or experiences that they want to when they graduate. And to me, that is the most important thing. I only got one kid. I don't need her to babysit nobody. She can go live her best life. I think she's allowed to go live her best Zach and Cody life. And no, we're not talking about that cruise ship. Did y'all know that there is a cruise ship? But that's college. It's like a year abroad or some shit. It's like literally a cruise ship that cruises around the goddamn world. And it's like a college. It's like a college shit. Anyway. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So when I say I'm running around, I'm doing something like this is what we doing. That y'all know this is my priority. I only got one. Come on. Basically, I made SAT. I wish they made the SATs earlier back in the day. Hated taking tests. My girl is very good at taking tests. I will say that. That's how I tell her, the imposter syndrome will have you fucked up. What people tell you about about what your capacity of doing, what you're capable of doing, right? Like, I know when I was young, I will say, not even my parents, because again, they weren't born here, so they didn't know certain things, but I had at least had the luxury to literally live in the house with older cousins who did well in school. So I already knew from jump, regardless of whatever, I knew in 11th grade I had to take the SATs. I knew not to wait to 12th grade, right? I know, like, I'm looking at it now, like, even with these parents, and I get it, it's fucking crazy. Like, in my head, I'm like, these people, boom, this is guy in my building. He does computer repair, okay? His daughter, I saw him when we were doing the junior high school application. His daughter doesn't live with him. She lives with her mom. Whatever, don't matter. So, but he was at this school But they had to take a test for it, right? So he was there with his daughter. So I know he with the shits when it comes to the education too. So there's this video. My kid made a movie when she was in the 3rd grade. We're trying to get them. I don't know what the fuck the movie is. Anyway, so we're trying to get him to break into the computer because again, that's what he do to get the movie out, so we can. She wants to be a writer. Right, so we want to give, so we can submit it with her application. Like, look what she did in the freaking 3rd grade. Like, who the fuck does shit like this, right? Who? Point being, we ain't find the movie. I don't know what the fucking movie is. Still trying to find the goddamn movie. But what was I saying? I was talking about the guy. What the fuck was she saying? I forgot what I was even saying. I was talking about him for a reason. That was yesterday? No, that was the day before yesterday, though. I had to go to him. He fixed the shit. He ain't charged me or nothing, because again, he know what it is. And he was like, you gonna send her to boarding school? I was like, yeah. We was again talking about the endowment and and just what's available. And that's not here. You just not. And if people don't, like, that's the thing. If people don't, that's why I was talking about it. Because my thing is, because I mentioned that test, I asked him, I said, is your daughter's, did she get into the school? He was like, no. Then I said, she applying for specialized high school. She's taking the classes now, because this is what you do. Because if you don't know, if nobody told you, you don't know. Like, you can't wait until 8th grade started. Let me put them in a class to help them, because the specialized high school test is asking the math that they need, that they're going to learn in the 8th grade. Now, if they taking a specialized high school test at the beginning of the 8th grade, peep game, because in the white people areas in New York City, I don't know about other places, in New York City, they're going to prepare them for that shit early. They ain't gotta take, they're gonna make sure that they teach them that specific part of algebra and all of this shit in the 7th grade. They don't do that shit in the hood. So unless you know of a program or something or whatever to, like I said, these kids that my kid is taking his classes with, they're in there 5 days a week. When school is back in session, they're in there 8 hours a day on a Saturday. Right now, they're in there 5 days a week. About 7-8 hours a day, doing their math, learning the math and working on the reading and whatever, and preparing them, right, to drop kick this damn test. But like I said, if you don't know, you don't know. Like, if you didn't know, like, I remember, and I think it's crazy, even like back, I say back then, because y'all know I was a little saucy back when I was in high school, right? A little saucy. But even then, I remember thinking, like, damn, but with all of that shit I was going through, I was still a little above academically because I knew I had to do certain things. There was mad girls who never got into trouble, never did nothing, but old girl ain't know to take a SAT. Or she wait until the 12th grade to take her first SAT. When, babe, my cousin told me I was supposed to start taking this shit in 11th grade and maybe get like 2 or 3 in before 12th, before we put in these applications. You know what I'm saying? If nobody tells you these things, you don't know. And I'm very, I only got one kid. I don't know how much else I gotta say that. I don't know how much else I gotta say it like that. Y'all understand. Y'all get where I'm coming from. Y'all get where I'm coming from. Yes, semester at sea. Yes. I mean, this shit is real life, and these white people live it up. Why the fuck our black children can't do it? We can do it. These African kids getting it. Why my kid? You know what I want? And I'm gonna tell my mama this on here. I'm gonna tell her this on here. I was gonna tell her this on the phone, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna tell her this on here. We talking about sending her, if anything, 2 states away. An hour plane ride for me, a 3-hour drive. This is what we talking about, right? With phones and social medias and all of this shit. My great grandparents on both sides. Not my grandparents, their parents. All 4 of them, 8 of them, no, 6 out of the 8, because that's, okay, 6 out of the 8 came to Panama to work on the canal zone or work in the vicinity or open businesses over here and did all of that. And they traveled from whatever Caribbean island. Again, we don't need to get into the specifics of my ancestors. But if you don't know, the canal zone, people came from America. Okay, Black Americans came from the Americas. Don't sleep. That's why to work in the canal zone, they'll make, if you work there, your family can come up here and be a citizen, right? Because a lot of the workers came from the Americas to go work down there, right? Come from the Caribbean, and they were coming at like 12 and 13 years old by themselves, okay? The women and the men, the girls and the boys, by themselves to start a whole new life. And we ain't even talking about all of that. We just talking about going to school. But I'm just saying, I feel like I come from people who will travel to follow their dreams, and I don't want to stifle her from being able to do that. One of my best friends, I remember Natalie. Natalie, we used to do the show. Natalie spent like a year in Paris when she was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Those are the opportunities you have when you go to these schools. These things change your life. Like, do we want what we know, or do we want what we can have if we work hard for it? Yes, it's a cruise ship, child. You don't have to watch from the beginning, sis. It's a lot. Yeah, hit that like button. She said, I'm behind. Hi, Jada. I'm behind as usual. Oh, y'all are behind all the time. I love y'all, though. Always wanted to go to Spelman. Ended up at Grand Canyon University on the West Coast. A very different world on campus. Yeah. You know, I want my kid. I want to put my kid in a position that if she wants to, like, right now she want to go to Harvard. I don't really like Harvard. Okay, I would prefer her to go to MIT, maybe Stanford or something. Anyway, whatever fuck, if she want to go to Spelman, I just want her to be in a position to have that opportunity. If she don't want to do nothing, if she want to go marry a fucking billionaire and not go to, I just want her to have whatever opportunity. I want her to have the same opportunity that fucking Judy Sue had. That's what I want. I want her to have any opportunity to do whatever she wants and to live her best life. I tell y'all bitches live y'all best life every day. You think I ain't gonna let my 13-year-old? Y'all got me confused. Y'all got me confused. Yes, we can learn so much in Brooklyn. You know, that's great. It's cool. You know, but like a situation like that where, you know, you could take Latin and, you know, or you could take Spanish and these niggas will take you to Spain. And you could learn German and they literally from their endowment, I ain't gotta pay for it. We'll take the kids to Germany to go to some stupid ass museum to do whatever the rest of the white kids be doing. Why our black kids here have those experiences? Why we so fucking want to keep them at their asses and stuck to our struggle, whatever that struggle is. And everybody ain't. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like, of these schools, I'm looking. If I had a son, this is one of the reasons I know about some of these schools, because I knew somebody who was going to go to this school when I was in high school, and they decided not to. Their life ain't never been the same ever since. They decided not to. That's how I was first introduced to this school, because I know what the fuck it was. Again, it changed your life. These kids, the boys, these are the people who experience. These are the ones that get into, that you see on the little boys that you see playing at Harvard when they're in college. And yeah, okay, they might go to the NBA, but they don't really necessarily want to go to the NBA. They gonna be some agent, or they gonna be a sports doctor, or some crazy shit like that. You know, the little boys that they here on that basketball scholarship, but they here on that, they here, they're gonna go and play in the Olympics on that wrestling ass scholarship. These white kids do it. Bitch, y'all don't hear me though. There's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. That's no music. That's outside. I tell you the window. You see I'm sweating. I gotta go soon because I'm sweating. What time is it? I gotta cook soon. I'm sweating. I gotta cook. I'm sweating. The windows are wide open, and that's in the street. It's a major street. That's why y'all hearing that. Why not our kids? That's my point. Why not our kids? I'm going to try. I'm going to put I believe 1,000. I see her there. I see it. I see it. Like a fucking shaman. I see it. I see her being great. You know what it is? Y'all know what we had to go through. Y'all know this last year, and a bunch of bitches who don't. Let me not say that about children. To be around, to be in a school and in areas around other kids who don't want it as hard as you want it. You know how hard that is for kids? To continue pushing when everybody around you is mad that you actually want to work. Is mad that you actually taking this shit seriously. We got our list already, private school list. We got the order of the specialized school list. We even got the list of the regular schools, because they still got to apply for regular high school here in New York, just in case, whatever. We even got that list. This, how many parents and how many of these kids don't even think about that shit? And as you get older, as we all know, you start, especially when you're not in, everybody around you is like making fun of you because you want to do well or whatever. After a while, what happens? You stop doing so well. After a while, you just want to get along. You just want to be alone to get along. We spent the beginning of the damn school year in drama because she wanted to get along to get along. I don't want it. She wanted to be less smart because it was easier. It's easier to be dumb in Brooklyn, and I don't want it. It's real easy to be dumb in Brooklyn. Even when you go into Stuyvesant, you still gotta come home. You still gotta have these. You're still surrounded by the ignorant chi of the bullshit. Grown ass men trying to hit on little girls on the freaking train and on the bus. Dumb ass little boys. I would at least like, if it's gonna be, a little boy like her, at least let him have his life together, because he had freaking private school too, trying to get his shit. Shout out to everyone in here. Side note. Thank you, Jada. Is in the position to have the abundance of opportunities. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have some of the things that I think, well, some people, I don't need her help to, I ain't got no more kids. She don't need to babysit. She don't need to do nothing. I just want you to do well in school. That's it. I don't care for it, but that don't stop me from making sure she reaches that opportunity. Yeah. Always want to keep our black kids in black state. Yeah, whether she wants it, that's on them. That's their experience. Like I said, and what? Another thing I said, she wants to be a writer and lawyer and all this stuff. These things interest her, and I'm like, in our neighborhoods, you already know, in our whatever environments, because again, boarding school is a whole environment. It's a in school, after school, it's a whole environment they create, right? But like in our whole environment, sorry. If our whole environment is just like, It's not meant necessarily for us to, it's not meant for us to, as black women or men, to achieve those types of greatness, right? They want us to just be here. This is safe, the safety of it all, right? But like, what the fuck has safety gotten us? What does safety get anybody if you're not gonna like go hard or go home? Especially when it comes to, your children. Like, your kid's supposed to do better than you. My mama taught me that early. I'm supposed to do better than her, and my kid is supposed to do better than me. And I refuse to allow her not to have the opportunity to experience whatever she wants to be able to experience, right? Or to learn things that you just couldn't learn living in the hood. You know how much careers and opportunities? Half of these niggas don't know nothing about being anything besides a basketball player, a football player, or maybe a city job. They know what a lawyer is. They know what a doctor is. They don't even know what type of lawyers, what type of doctors, they don't even know about this. So, we even had a discussion about, being an English major and how English major works for writers and how, a lot of lawyers need to be English majors and all of these things. Like, where the fuck do you learn this shit for the most part sitting in the hood? Where do our teenagers, as they are in high school, experiencing, finding out who they want to be, right? The experiences they want to have in life for themselves. Where are they going to learn about these things like white kids do? Because the white kids learn about it because they see the people doing it. They learn it in school. They see other people, right? You know what you learn. You know what you see. Ain't too much to see in Brooklyn, but a bunch of city jobs. No hating. I love a city job. I grew up on people with city jobs. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with it. But if my kid could pull it off, she could pull it off. That's how I said. That's how I feel. Whether she still wants it when she graduated or not will be up to her, but she gets to have that choice. That's my point. That's it. I'm not comfortable with sending my freaking, like, that shit is not, like, I'm going to freak the fuck out. I'm not comfortable, it's like nobody wants to send a fucking kid away, but again, it's like sending your kid away to college. And it's like them people who also stifle their kids. Their kids can't go away to college. You stifled them and you created a world where now they're stuck being mediocre because it was comfortable for you. I don't want nobody to resent me because I didn't want you to go away, because I need you here, because I don't have nobody but you. No. She said, my 17-year-old cousin went to Paris this summer with her school. That is an experience she will always remember. That's an experience she will have forever. Like, and that is when and let them have it, especially in that 14 to 18-year-old range. DC said her uncle went to one of them boarding schools and have a free scholarship to every college he wanted. That's how it go. That's how it be. That's how it be. That's real shit. And then again, we could be a little uncomfortable for a little while. Like I said, you put in work now. She gave up her summer. She gave up a summer. Whole lot. She gave up her whole summer for Delph. She pissed off for like the first 2 days, but she going hard. She gave up her whole summer, Monday through Friday, whole fucking summer, to do this. Because I let her know from she was a baby, you work hard when you young, or you gonna work hard when you old. And y'all know what I mean by that. Them people who don't know nothing about no high school applications or 2 seconds before the shit do, we know what their futures look like. Let's stop pretending like we don't know. So she's willing to put in the work. I'm going to put in the fucking work. The message is exposure. Yes. Have to give our kids something to strive for. There we go. There we go. There we go. She said, my daughter went to Harvard for a summer program 3 years ago. If your daughter keeps her grades up, she can visit Harvard as a sophomore. Well, yeah, we're going to visit all of them. Well, when she's at that boarding school, okay, because again, that board, New Hampshire, I mean, North New England, that whole New England, all up there, them, all them motherfuckers is connected. All of them kids goes to all of them schools. They visit. You know, I would have to take her for a visit. They visit. They go and play games and get lectures and go up to the Harvard or the Yale camp or go down or whatever, up or down, wherever, frick, you know, to the Harvard or the Yale campus because they're having an event there or a speaking event or they're having a prep school event at the school, you know? She said, I'm from Brooklyn and I lived that life. I wish my mother went this hard for me, but she did her best. Listen, I have the luxury of knowing. I have the luxury of working for myself. Because again, it's 15 kids in that class. The woman who runs the class got COVID. Right? The math teachers and English teachers, those are separate, you know, but so when it came time for this trip last week, I was the only person who was able to go. She have a teacher's assistant, but that's a high school girl, you know. But I was the only person. Like I said, y'all know I'm trip mom from my last full-time job till now. I'm trip mom. I'm always there, you know. So I put in. I know. I've always known that I was gonna be work from home mom so I can be available because it's hard. I know my mom worked hard. She did everything. Mama, it's so many things. My mother didn't come to this country till she was like 21 years old, right? So like she don't fucking know. So many things she didn't, you know. In high school, I was helping my mom study for her. In high school, I was helping my mom study for her citizenship. You know what I'm saying? There was, you know, she did her best, but hold on, wait a minute, I thought I saw something. Oh, okay. She did her best, but you know, she didn't know. She said, girl, we were just talking about beer gossip. Now we into grown-up stuff. So just know I be saucy sometimes. But we got a good head on our shoulders over here. But we be the shit's over here in the beauty school. Just so you know. But subscribe. Okay? She said we have to push our kids to their potential. That's it. If they could do it, they could do it. If they're not prepared, they're not prepared. If they're not prepared, they're not prepared. Boston is not 8 hours. I live in Brooklyn. Boston is not 8 hours from here, sis. Boston is not. It's not 8 hours. It's less than 8 hours. But that's what the planes are for. To be successful. Yeah, that's what our job is for. There's a difference in private and magnet school. Yeah, now she goes to a charter school. I'm talking about private boarding school. That's what I'm talking about. Because again, you know, specialized school are great, but you still gotta live in Brooklyn. You know, the ghetto is the ghetto, and the ghetto of it all. She said, "Child, I used to tell people that some of them don't know what the world has to offer because they spend all their time chilling between 7 to 8 miles of yeah." It's like I say a lot of times in the hood, a lot like people don't leave a 6-block radius, like for real. And people don't leave a 6-block radius normally in the hood. Maybe you got to go to Manhattan to do some shit or downtown, maybe, you know, over to your job, if anything. But a lot of the times they job in they little neighborhoods and all of this shit. People don't leave. And you will never know anything besides the freaking 6 corners of the neighborhood of your borough. And again, it's real easy to get sidetracked when you're a freaking teenager. I would rather her be doing, freaking lacrosse after school because she's on a campus and, she's running, she go do lacrosse over here, a study group over there, than wanting to be chilling after school and go chill in this park up the block, even though it's still some park up the block from the house that, might get shot. There's a boy this summer, the beginning of this summer here in Brooklyn, he made it to full scholarship. I believe it was North Carolina. I don't remember, one of these really good schools. Full freaking scholarship. They killed the little nigga. Why they killed the little nigga? Because they was mad and hating on him. This is just the reality of the ghetto. They killed him. He went to a party. He went to a graduation party and they killed him. My opinion, my son pull it like that, I sent my son up to freaking Boston private school, one of them, because they accept all them athletes up there too. Because I'm sorry, just no. These children are being programmed and stagnated. That's my thing. When they're here, they're Yes. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, sir. you know, they teach that. We have to be able to do that. Give our kids them opportunities. Yeah, she's said he had never really been downtown. Sir, why? Have you been in prison since a kid or something? And people are, that's just the reality. I don't want that for my kid, boy. I just don't. This shit is too easy to get caught up in. It's too easy. These fucking schools are set up. We talk about the prison, the public school to prison pipeline. I'm not doing it. As a child, she said that's what I wanted as a child, but my mother and both Lord, she said sperm donor girl, but girl, thought they knew better. I'm gearing my son up to give him what I didn't get. Yeah. And now you was like, damn, I wanted it. It's the kids, because you can't send them to some shit if you don't want it. But if they freaking want it and they feel it and they're like, oh, and they recognize the opportunities that they know that they ain't getting, you gotta let them rock, or else ain't nothing sadder than somebody who did not who weren't allowed to reach their full potential. And nothing sad in this world. The resentment of it all. She said, yes, my mom tried to stifle me. If it wasn't for my stepdad, I wouldn't have been able to travel abroad. After she died, she got back onto holding on to me until I broke free in my early 30s. Listen, that's another reason why I say y'all niggas need a man. Not, like your kid. My kid ain't my emotional support. Like, I know. Like, she's supposed to go on and live her best life. Like I said, I want to be in a position, like, okay, I want you to come home during the summer, or even when she go to college. I don't want her to come home. I want her to go go by her homegirl that she met at school, her house in Germany, and go visit and go see something that she ain't never freaking go see. Or somewhere, I don't know, down south or some shit. I don't know. Somewhere in Jersey. I don't know. Just something. He told me he doesn't leave the hood because he doesn't like white people. We live in Boston. They're all bougie spots I like. See? You gotta know how to deal. She said, yep, my uncle could have gone to MIT or Harvard for a ride. He went to Northwestern and worked for IBM as an engineer. His boarding school was in New Hampshire or Vermont. Those are the best schools. I'm just saying. To be in the Northeast, those are the best schools. To live in the Northeast, you want to send your kid to New England. I'm just saying. She's saying her family from NOLA. See, but your family understood the opportunity. Everybody ain't gonna get it. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to down people who don't want to send it. I'm not downing anybody. This is just my reasoning, right? And why I think people we need to really put effort and thought into it, and not just like I said, some people just let me just send a kid up the block. They have even in these different neighborhoods. I know in Chicago they got some really good freaking schools. I know they got that one school I think it's an all boys school, and all of them boys get rides. But it takes effort to get your kids into school like that. I'm just saying you need to put into these efforts. I'm saying don't just let these teachers and these things just ride your kid all the way through from kindergarten to high school, and where they land is where they land because you don't know because you're too busy working. Let's try to put in some, Anyway. No resources, no opportunities. And these are the same niggas that will destroy your children's lives in the hood. They will know that they going to this great ass school and want to destroy her. Aren't they? Aren't them the niggas? Stop playing. Aren't them the niggas that'll try to get your because they like, oh, she gonna go she might go to Harvard. Let me try to put a baby in her or destroy her life. At least the niggas up in boarding school have their lives to look forward to. Yes, 1,000%. Okay? 1,000%. Having information can change your life. Like I said, all you need to do is just have the information. You never know. Okay, I'm not going to Boston. We're not going to Boston. Our school is not in Boston, just so you know. But I've taken a bus. I used to date a dude. Anyway, I've taken a bus to Boston. I flew there. The planes is fast. I've taken a bus. I think the bus was like 5 hours. Don't hold me to it because this was years ago. Don't hold me to it. But in my head, I don't feel like it was 8 hours. That's what I'm saying. In my head, I just don't feel like it was 8 hours. But I may be wrong. Who knows? She said, Kayana said, I ended up going to college at 21 instead of 18 because my folks were clingy until they themselves realized I needed to get myself together. Then I left for college. Stifled you about 3 years. Set you all back. Hopefully you caught up, girl. She said, listen, the African football player soccer traveled abroad often, and most of the time I go too. Hello. That's the type of life. That's the type of beautiful, soft life that we should abundance. Especially our girl children. We make them work so hard to be mules. How about we make them work so hard to be the best them they can be? And not so they can experience the best life they can have. Not so she could freaking go work and get become this real fast and a correctional officer. I say that because that's what half of my family is. Or MTA worker. You know what I'm saying? I'm no shade. Because some people, but I would keep it a buck. I got a couple of cousins that can't stand their jobs. They hate them. But they weren't given any opportunity to do anything else but that. Yes. Where you go, people don't come, black people. Especially black people who don't come from here. I don't even want to say that. Because the Africans get it. I don't want to say that at all because the Africans get it. I don't know. And I can see, like I said, black Americans getting it. Especially if they know. If they know, they know. I don't know. Hey, Slim, we spoke about that like a half an hour ago. Now we on private schools, boo. But we're not putting up no names. But What? Oh, that time. I remember that time. That's why the gossip around YouTube streets is the gossip around the YouTube streets is that it was a setup by YouTubers. You got to keep your goals over college to yourself and move in silence. Too many crime stories of the girls brought full-time scholarships to come. Yeah, yeah, especially when you are in those situations. I want her to be in a situation where all of them damn kids is going to Ivy, or all them kids got a whole bunch of shit going on, and lives worth living. When you don't have anything to live for, the fuck. When you don't have anything to live for, you don't care about other people's lives. I want her to be surrounded with people who have lives worth living, lives to live for, people who put in mad effort into get into this goddamn school. And it matters. Their education matter. And they all are freaking geeked out on being geeked out. I love it. Plane is much. Yeah, plane. Girl, I'm jumping on that plane, girl. I ain't taking on the bus. Jumping on that plane. I did not have those opportunities. Then my mom wasn't able to, but I traveled and had exposure. Listen, whatever the frick the exposure is, we have to allow our kids to have them, and not just they grow in nothing. You raise them in nothing. Mediocrity forever, right? Mediocrity forever. Get the ghetto of it all, right? Even the school, mediocrity forever. Like, what do you expect of this person as an adult? It blows me when I hear people and they be like, "Oh, he ain't shit. My child, he trash," or "My daughter, you raised her." That's what I think in my head. Like, you raised her though. You raised them. Okay. She said I'm a functional smoker. Like I said, my brother could do it all day. My brother could do it all day. Functional as shit. I can't. My brother, but he already know. He be like, you want to smoke? Oh, sorry. Because I can't do it. I can't. I don't even if I ain't streaming, I can't do it. I ain't functioning. I'm good. I'm going to lay here and watch TV for the rest of the day. Damn. Beautiful. That's it. I want her to not be a product of Brooklyn. It happens, Here we go. Now let's speed this up because we're already at an hour 30. No, it's all right too. I didn't see it either, my mom, before I clicked on it. Just a possibility. There is a lack of awareness to the possibilities and out of community, and it's a detriment to our people as a whole. Facts. So the reality is it's not that difficult to get into these schools. The reality is, you want to hear a game? It might be harder to get into Stuyvesant or Brooklyn Tech or one of these specialized schools in New York City. Remember they said the specialized test is harder than the SSATs. And we black. And we ain't got to be like the Asians. Sorry, no shade. Who got to have a million skills and pay for violin and pianos and do this. Because it's all of them. There's a lot of them. Ain't that many of us. It's not as difficult. You just have to put in the effort. But again, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it. If you don't know that, damn, I could possibly get my kid into these schools. Oh, let me apply and see what happened. I told y'all I paid to get to for the thing. I called the school up. The woman was like, "Why you do that? Why didn't call here first? I would have gave you a waiver." I said, "Lady, I didn't know." She was like, "Don't pay no more." That's what she told me. The lady at the freaking financial aid office, admissions office, don't pay no more. For none of the schools. I was like, yeah, because I'm about to pay for this one. She was like, no, call up the school. She told me how to do it and get your waiver. I guess she heard the black in my voice. She was like, they'll give you a waiver. Don't pay. You don't have to pay for it. If you have any, that is for. She said the really if you are attempting to get any sort of financial aid, the $50 payment is really for them parents who are going to pay full price for tuition. That's what she said. Like, it's real. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's not as difficult as some people think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. This is a fact. When I started working in the government, it opened the world up to me. I'm now watching from the beginning. As a child, just received my master's degrees last December at the University of Central Florida. I hope your daughter chases her dreams because it's worth it for me. It is always worth it. And black privilege is important. I want my kid to have rich friends. I want when she come back to New York City during summer and spring break, they fly in together. That's how the schools, though, them schools, they do it. They flies them in together. They come in, she come in with her other boarding school friends from the school she go to, the school there, the other boarding school over here, the other boarding school over there. They all from New York. They all travel together. They're all fucking friends. And now we have left the gun trash friends, and now we have boarding school high value friends. There we go. Did I just say high value? God damn it. She said, I watch you every day. Hey, April. She said, I don't know if it's Catch Alive, but I'm glad I made this one motivated. Thank you. I'm going to cut this one off and make it separate. This section. I think it's important. I think it's important for us. I think it's important for our children. I think it's important that we expose them and not just set them up to be single mothers. You know, like we raise our daughters to be single moms. I'm raising my daughter to go to Ivy League and to find an African prince or a Russian billionaire. A joke, but not. Not raising them to be this trash nigga down there, baby mama, and to get a city job or whatever. No! That is, if all else fails, that is not the goals. She said, remember that TV actress that went to jail for bribing University of South California to admit her daughter? I'm not bribing a bitch, but that's the same energy we need to be on. Put in that work. And the SATs don't matter if you take a gap year. Well, like I said, she said we don't have the proctors to bribe. You want to know something that I heard once? You want to hear game here in New York City? This is why, again, like I said, we're a minority that is, especially if you Black American, I'm gonna put you on a game. Asians are, a lot of activities, right? We Africans, we're Black American. It's not a lot of us even applying. Right? But I heard my homegirl, my homegirl, her sister knows Mandarin. She went to school, she knows Mandarin, right? She knows a couple languages, she knows Mandarin. She went to take her SATs. She's an Asian studies student. She went to take her SATs with a bunch of Asian kids, allegedly, and whatnot. It was the proctors. One was Asian and one was Chinese and one was white, right? And allegedly the proctor, people were allegedly calling out answers in other languages. And if you understood some other languages, you were a go. This is how I get down. But regardless of whatever, put in the work, put in the effort, fill out that ethnicity shit with some sense. Don't say stupid shit. Don't say dumbass shit. Like, I'm mixed. I'm not. Don't say stupid shit. She said, my high school guidance counselor gave me waivers to all my college applications. Look at this. This is a Caucasian person who came in here and heard me putting y'all onto game about getting y'all children, y'all nieces, y'all nephews, whatever, into these positions. And now they want to be throwing shade and being trolly. You know game when you see it. I do. Anyway, yeah, it was a lot of women. It was a couple of them. It was families. Listen, because those things matter. Only our stupid asses don't comprehend that. Only our stupid asses don't comprehend that. Yes, they're not. They're not. That's my thing. They just work. They just study OD. My kid off gate smart. And they have all these goddamn activities, but yet it's so many of them. Sound crazy? It's hard. They are when they accepting people. You know what I'm saying? They got the little group. How much they gonna accept to certain people? It's that's we're not in their groups. They're gonna go hard. They got piano lessons on their shit. They got violin lessons on their stuff. They got this. They got that. They got this. They doing this. All of them doing that. My kid wrote a book. My kid bust ass in school. My kid's Black American. From the hood. Welcome. You have been admitted. Sorry, I'm sorry. She says the language thing for me. It's real shit. A little bit. That's what I heard. That's what Shorty came back and told us the day of the test. Me and my homegirl was chilling. It's her little sister. She ended up going to NYU. Shout out to her. Okay? Her little sister. That's what she told us the day of the test. I was like, whoa. Whoa. Networks and relationships is everything in our community, especially going into places that could benefit our future. The aunt of a full house tried to bribe her two daughters into USC. Damn. Or programming that cater to higher education. The Karens take full advantage. You need to too. Everybody takes full advantage but us, because that imposter complex really got us fucked up. No. Nope. Girl, where's number one? Hold on. Wait, I see Jada put number 2, so now I gotta find out number 1. She said, I done told you. Okay. This one at our school, their parents know to apply. That's it. If parents know to apply, I be watching them. I be looking. There's this one girl. She's a YouTuber. I be watching the little boarding school girls, right? One of them, she's Asian girl. I'm like, you stressing me out. Just the things she going in on, and another one, but this was college. She said it. She said like it's the competition among the 8 because there's been so many. No, and I don't want to make it sound, but you know what I'm saying. So they got to go hard. They got to go hard. And I'm looking at these black girls that's going to these schools, and I'm like, oh, it's just the effort. It's the effort of it all. It's the effort of it all. Use that. Use the, you want, jeez. Am I going to say it? Fuck it. Use the, you want to save the little black kids for your children's benefit. You know these people are She said too, they go to schools to look like they have intelligence, knowing some of their kids don't apply themselves and some of their parents don't care. Yeah, it'd be the parents. Listen, I'm not saying y'all know I'm with the shits. So, you know, we go hard, but it'd be the parents. She said her daughter going through nursing school and it's a headache to get financial aid. Damn. I'm sorry. She said the Africans be going. They're sending their kids. Like I said, that's why I said, even to give the example of my great grandparents and how they traveled to Panama by themselves at 12 and 13 years old, Africans are sending their fucking kids. I've seen a couple of them girls. A lot of them little black girls up there, the African girls. The black American girls get in. Them African girls, you know what I'm saying? Them black American girls gonna get in because it's not a lot of money. It's not that many. That's why I say you fill that shit out. You fill that shit out like you got some sense. But they gonna send their kids. You already know how they gonna give it up. They gonna braid all that hair. They gonna drive all them taxis, and they gonna send their kids. Don't ever sleep on them. Don't you ever in your life sleep on them. That too. And again, you go to a boarding school, you probably definitely get one of those. But, working. She said, got my son working on writing a book right now. He started middle school this year and has already been accepted into the gift and tell program before he even started. Shout out to your son. Okay. Van was taking finals at the time. What happened? I spoke a little. I said, how is going to recognize them? And so it was like, if y'all score higher than me and mine, then I'll surely snatch the brain on here taking tests for y'all. Because Van was in finals. What? He's taking finals? Who? Somebody was taking tests for people? I can imagine they did it for the SATs. Okay. Okay. All right, girls. So I think I'm done. We had an hour and 46 minutes. I am tired. I need to turn this fan on. Plus, I need to make some food. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. And as always, I hope you get, yeah, that's true. You have a scholarships as early, like get your shit together. Okay. My homegirl is putting her daughter in pageants. She likes to perform. She's putting her in pageants, and they talking about the scholarship opportunity. They're ready. This child is 5. No. She's 6. They talking about the scholarship opportunities already, and how to, and like and trying to set it up so she can live her best life for what she's good at and what she likes to do as well. Again, whatever it is, I don't know, child. Just put some effort into your kid. That's it. And I'm done. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it.